Check that out. Let's go ahead and get the show underway. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. All right. I think we're streaming. We're live on YouTube. After last week, it feels kind of nice. We're back. We're streaming again. Hopefully, let me check it on there. It's doing something weird. Okay, the video didn't play. Anyway, what's up, guys? My name is Richie Marufo. Welcome to another edition of our stay-at-home open mic, presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We're happy to be here today. We have a lot of performers for you, poets, musicians, comedians. Actually, I don't know if any comedians signed up, but we're happy to be here. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, but due to the nature of this online event, we are welcoming people from all over the country, and I'm really happy. We've been able to form a kind of community, and so these go on weekly, and you start to see a lot of regulars, and it's really nice to be able to see their content, their work, and watch how they grow and develop. And for me, just personally, Mondays have been really awesome. Especially 2020 has not been the best year in many, many, many ways. It gets worse. It gets darker. But sometimes it's good to have the lights to bring you back up, and to have community to build a web to bring each other up. And that's exactly what this show is about. And I'm actually just gonna jump into it because we have some music to kick off the show. Joining us from Pittsburgh. You've seen her before, but now we got some duet action. We're just going to jump right into it. We have Brad and Leslie in the house. They're going to play some music for us. Brad, Leslie, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Cool. So what do you have for us today?
You go talk. we're playing a duet. We're playing three pieces for you, three short ones. Especially the last two are like just a minute or something. But this first one is Duet for Marlies by Reiner von der Waal. We had just kind of found some music online and just read it today. So I don't know, we don't know any back information about it, but it's cute. So I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. I'm really going to enjoy it. Take it away, guys.
All right. Thank you. Goofing off a little bit with it, you know. Yeah, we learned that today.
Awesome. It was so lighthearted.
Yeah. Thank you. Keep it happy fun. And so what's this one called? El Simpático by Carlos Posadas. 1874 to 1918. That's when he lived. And so it's a cute little ditty. Here we go. This little short ditty. Yay! Yay! And so we're just going to do one other little short one for you. And it's literally like 45 seconds, but we change it up and have fun with it and fall apart. And so we're just going to come unraveled. This is, well, its translation is clown. What language is that? Russian. However you say Russian and or clown in Russian. Bohok, bohok, by Kabalevsky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. I love the energy you guys finished that with. Good momentum. Cool. So I'm glad you guys were to link up and get a little duo on. So I understood you did some driving to do this.
Yeah, I'm moving into my new place next Monday, and so I drove up and spent a week with the family in Iowa, and then drove here to Pittsburgh to play with Leslie, and then coming back home Monday and moving back to Dallas.
Wow,
That's a lot of damn driving, and it's been interesting. Car died on the side of the highway with the catalytic converter melted. Luckily, there's a part of a Kia recall, so I got it fixed for free, but it was not exciting.
Never is. Never is. But would you like? Do you guys have anything you'd like to promote musically, to follow your work, or just kind of support your musical journey?
On pause the new Texas Orchestra, ntso.org. Whenever we go back, we're Dallas's premier community orchestra, the New Texas Symphony Orchestra. But who knows? In the spring, maybe we'll start back.
The only group I'm playing with right now, and we're not really playing because of the pandemic, but the Camerata 33. It's a Latin chamber orchestra in Pittsburgh. So
Wow, that sounds awesome. I'd love to check out some of their media. They have
yeah,
that, right?
there are some videos on YouTube if you search Camerata 33.
Perfect. Awesome. What a great way to start today's show. It made me feel great. It reminded me kind of being like in Tom and Jerry. I don't know if it's like
Yeah.
dating myself, but like
Play
that was yeah, that's the sound of my heart getting ready for open mic, like boom 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 boom. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah. Awesome. Great to have you guys. Thanks for starting it off. Really great energy. Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. All right. So yeah, Leslie just mentioned right now, but you heard that word YouTube. Maybe you've heard of it. We are live on YouTube, so I'm gonna give a shout out to everyone who is watching right now live with us. That's a special crowd. So shout out to Sandy, who is often always there, one of our biggest supporters. Awesome poet and writer too. I guess she's just kind of shy for the open mics, but I always love the support. Philip, and so we do have our YouTube link. You can just find us Barbed Wire Open Mic. Yeah, Sandy was commenting on that performance. She said she once dated a cellist just because he played the cello. I love those low notes. I love it. Good comment, Sandy. Um, those low notes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Uh, we're gonna keep going. Last week we were blessed with this from this performer who not only dropped some poetry, but got to sing a little bit. She played some zombie, and so today she's joining us once again from Florida. I know that, like always, there's a test involved that's being avoided, or just to kind of maybe blow off some steam before the big test midterm. So we have Domo in the house. Domo B, how are you doing? Welcome again.
Hi, I'm doing all right. Um, wasn't expecting you to introduce me like that. Yes, I have a midterm on Wednesday and on Friday, so yes, this is blowing off steam. I have a piece that's not done that I started actually last time I was here, and I was here till doomsday, till like the very early morning. And I also have a song if I can play my guitar in this computer chair. So okay, so this is called Responsibility. Pen to paper, light lit on electrified energy, I feel inspiration flowing. Bad habits going ham, I'm procrastinating again. Okay with failing at all ends, practice makes perfect if you practice the right things. See, I right things to escape. Responsibility tied down the chair as it once had me, knife pressed firmly to windpipe, struggling to exhale. Do the dishes. Vicious cycle ensues. I race through rooms of dirty carpet and stink fabric. I hear it speak to me from the bedroom. Do the laundry. Longing for escape, can't I just throw it all out? Donate it and shout, I'm done. No whispering to please do me, please do that. Can't clean what trash is already dish snapped. Can't wash what goodwill has recidivized. Let those criminals torture elsewhere. I tell you, it ain't fair to be pushed into a life I didn't choose. Mommy laughs at my crybaby blues, says baby boo-hoos can't change the news. You're alive now. She taught me I was built in slavery. Black baby was equipment God could give. If I lived, I would work. Earn my shirt, pants, and bra. Ain't nothing come free. The life lesson of my sister and me, there is no do-over. Call me lazy, but the voice lectures responsibility. Gives healthy and unhealthy stress in time of need. Like clothes may haunt, but at least I have them. Food may rot, but at least money burns holes. May come a lack thereof, but I never back it up. A sit it down, a frown from frustration, or cry from belly rumbles. I'm set. Next sweat from sweat of child labor. I hate here. Remember, E is just a number and I is just a person, imaginary, but valid. It's not done, but yeah. And then let's see if I can do a song. See how this works. Bear with me. I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, just traveling through this world of woe. There's no sickness, toil, or danger in this bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. Oh. I know dark clouds may gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep. Golden fields lie before me, where the redeemed shall ever sleep. I'm going there to meet my loved ones, to sing with them forevermore. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. Done.
Oh yeah, Dominique, getting down. Best way of procrastinating ever, right?
Right?
Just gonna perform
Thank
a
you for
poem,
listening.
a song. You know, I heard those chords, and at first I thought you were gonna play the Animals. Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. That's one of my faves. That's like my theme song. But that's a good one too. Wayfaring Stranger. I've messed around
Yeah.
with that one too, using the whole looper microphone thing. So
Ooh, that's cool.
yeah, I gotta finish that at some point. But Domo, want to share because we do have our peeps on YouTube watching right now. If not live, at some point in the future, and if they want to follow you online or support your work, how can they do that?
At Creatively Damo. I don't have to spell it. I'm pretty sure you guys can spell that.
You know what? If you can spell it, you don't have access to it. You know, you don't deserve it.
All right. Creative LYDOMO.
There you go. There you go. Creatively Domo. And also, I encourage you guys, if you guys have a Cash App or anything like that, share that info as well. That way, so if anyone's watching and they want to send you a tip, a virtual tip, that'd be cool. You know, that was one of the original conceptions. So if you guys want to do that, I don't know if you have one, Dominic, that you'd like to share, or maybe
I do have a Cash App.
yeah.
It's Domo Beth.
Okay, there you go, Domo Beth.
Very
There you go. Awesome.
Make it rain.
Oh, this also Smoke in the house. How you doing, man? Cool. Thank you, Domo. Yeah, check out. I encourage you guys, and even if you want to write it on a paper or something, and after you're done performing, you just want to hold it up to your screen so people can see it. You never know. Someone might be like, I really like that poem. It made me feel something. It cracked open the rigidity of my icy heart, and it made me feel something. Who knows? Maybe it's something people just needed at this time. I know it's been pretty heavy, pretty dark. I'm not gonna linger on that though. I felt myself going somewhere, and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna come back to the good, to the light, to the performers. We have another performer who's been joining us. He's joining us from Bayside, New York. I always really love his content. What he's writing about. It's fresh to me, and I like to hear that stuff. So let's go and welcome back to the Stay at Home open mic stage. Let's make some noise and welcome Rich Glennon to the house. Rich, welcome back.
Hey, Richie, thank you. Glad to be back. Hi, everybody. So I'm just going to do 4 short poems. The first one I wrote just a few minutes ago. It's a haiku. But someone wrote at the New open mic that they haven't hugged their mom in like 7 months. So it just made me think about that kind of inspired this haiku. And it goes, the pandemic ends. I forget how to hug mom and body slam her. Okay. The next one is called Good Bite. I'll never forgive you for stealing the good bite of my sandwich, which I carved out with several pedestrian bites until something resembling Michigan was revealed, or Florida, depending on your perspective, which I don't care about at the moment. Okay. This next one is called Waiting on the Couch. If you move any slower, there's a chance we may not only miss lunch with my parents, but also my parents. They will expire while you shower, and once you're dressed and ready to go, you will need to change into funeral attire, which is bound to make us late for their service, but on time for ours. And the last one, this last one is called After Looking Through a Friend's Hiking Photos. I would like to feel rock with my hands and coat my sneakers with and coat my sneakers with dirt from another state that only has one big city. I would like to wobble up to a cactus and, while observing its long columns, realize it's been a while since I've applied sunscreen. I would like to hike, take in the scenery occasionally, abbreviate my ground monitoring for rocks ravenous for healthy ankles, with playing peekaboo in an ocean of shade. Big baby mountain peering through a patchy tree wall like it wants to be tickled. I would like to eat something in the desert with you in my sweatshirt and discuss how cold it gets here at night, how its sky looks like a great black strawberry with its shining seeds taking away my breath, as if I'm allergic to strawberries, as if my throat is closing over superfluous responses, with you watching me stargaze, knowing I would enjoy this, knowing we will smell like fire only when we leave here, and it will remind us for the rest of our urban tomorrows of tonight.
Damn, the rest of our urban tomorrows. What? Hey, man. A lot of I love there's like lines to like nibble on, of your mind, like I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way of putting it. And you made me think I would love to hear A Way a Mountain Laughs It's gotta be like a big hearty laugh, right?
Yeah,
Soul shaking even.
yeah,
Yeah.
like snow kind of coming off of it, you know.
Oh, that would be a cool prompt. The mountain laughs. I
There
dig
you
it,
go.
Rich. Man, glad you made it back again. As always, for people listening, how can they follow your work?
Rich Glennon on Tumblr and Instagram, and I'll put it into the chat. But yeah, thank you for hosting. Thank you for having this. It's a wonderful mic. I really enjoy this.
Much apprecited. Let me there you go. Gotta cancel. I'm gonna be better about canceling the spotlight video and not leaving you guys awkwardly on to field my questions and see your responses to them. I'm gonna try and be better about that. But yes, but thank you, Rich. My Kaio, glad you make it on. Yeah, I love getting to hear everyone's work. So yeah, definitely follow on Instagram. Post a lot, which I appreciate. It's just fun sometimes. You're going through your feed, and it's nice to be able to see people's work on there, especially that you meet here at these open mics. So, with that said, we're going to just kind of keep going into it. We got a good list. In fact, some people joined the Zoom meeting that are not signed up, so we got to make sure to link up on that, just so you know. Shoot me a message confirming that you want to perform. We're going to go right into it, though. We have Generalissimo Brian Franco back in the house. He's been here a couple times. He always has the cool, interesting backdrops. Guys, make some noise. Snap your fingers. Make some noise for Brian Franco. Cool, man. Go for it. It's all you. I think we have you muted. Let's see.
There, I think
There.
I unmuted myself.
We
I'm
can hear
sorry.
you. Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, Brian.
I said, gracias, Don Marufo. Let me pull up my script here. It's called, this is a really old piece, a little storytelling called Jezebel, or Beware Women in Blue Dresses. I was out walking late one night when from the fog behind an old street light appeared a pretty sexy lady in a modest blue dress. She walked up to me and said, "What's your name, man?" I told her a lie. "My name is Dan." "Well, Dan, here's the plan on this night. I'm in need of a man." Then she said as she looked me in the eyes, "Dan, would you be my supply?" I looked her up and looked her down and asked myself a question I thought quite profound. Is she just a lonely lady, or could she be the devil's sister? Tick-tock goes the clock. I need an answer now, mister. I gave my answer in a moment of duress. I smiled at her and said yes. We went to her place. It was stifling hot. In less than a minute, she was totally undressed. "Come on, Dan, don't be shy. Take off your clothes. Lie on the bed. I'll do all the work. I promise you the night of your life." It was insane, unbelievable, outrageous. It was just plain great. When I woke the next morning, it was quite late. On the paper, on the front page, was a picture of a man who either died during sex or died in his sleep. When I looked again, what I did see was a photo of a man who looked just like me, and down a little and to the left was my lady in her modest blue dress, under which a caption read, "Unidentified man found in her bed." A cop on the scene asked her, "Miss, can you give me your name?" She said, "I don't have the time to play games, officer, mister. My name is Jezebel. My brother's name is Lucifer. I am the devil's sister." She said these words as she sat in an ancient red velvet chair. Then the building shook. There was a flash of smoke, and she in that chair vanished into thin air. Her name is Jezebel. She never told me her name. Her name is Jezebel. Jezebel, I never asked, just the same. Her name is Jezebel. Jezebel, I should have dismissed her. Her name is Jezebel. She is the devil's sister. Thank you. Whoa.
In that early Halloween.
Oh, whatever. An old piece, really old piece. I think I wrote that when I lived in New York in the 90s. Wow.
Cool, man.
That's it for me tonight.
All right, awesome. Hey, thank you for joining us, Brian. I always have to ask now. What do you have highlighted behind you? It looks like an abstract future city. From my
Okay, well, it is. It's called Cityscape, and it's actually I used to design Hanukkah menorahs, If you look on the flat surfaces, there's holes that had to be all the holes had to be machined in. It was I designed this is in 3/4 inch aluminum, and I had to design it on AutoCAD. It then had to be cut on this machine called a water jet cutter that's about the size of a 1-car garage, and then it has to be sandblasted and the holes, and then it has to be powder coated. It was a whole process, and they were very expensive to make, and I didn't make much money. So, but I am proud of them.
Yeah.
But that is a Hanukkah menorah.
Right on, man. That's super cool. I'm glad you're featuring a little something too behind you. I think it adds a little bit, to the text. So glad to have you as always. Thank you,
Gold
Brian.
hat.
Yeah, I didn't wear mine today. I got my Yankee cap just because it's baseball season going on and stuff. But yeah, Brian, thanks, man.
You're getting a lot of people coming in from the New York.
Yeah. Hopefully, more. I mean, it gets packed as it is. So, if it's always packed, I'd love to have people come on in and read here.
I just want to say one more thing. I think Dominique is the next Tracy Chapman. She needs to keep on that guitar and that singing and that songwriting because she is an amazing artist.
Absolutely. You hear that, Domo?
He's a fast car, though.
Do it, boo.
Do it. Yeah, that's right. You do you. Love it. Yeah, I love to see everyone here. Domo, do you see that? Okay, I finally found your screen. Yeah, you gonna keep at it? Cool. I got a new monitor set up here, so now I can kind of look at other things too. Awesome. Thank you, Brian. And yeah, let me guys know in the chat. I see a lot of people here who aren't on the list. So just shoot me a message to make sure if you want to read, just so I can make sure that you're on here at some point. It is a pretty good list. Okay. So with that said, let me see. Is our next performer ready? I don't know. The screen's off. I'm just gonna do a quick shout out. Patty, you're in the house. I have you next, actually. Let's see. Okay. If I say your name 3 times, you'll appear. Patty, Patty, Patty. Oh, there you are. Okay. With a Bloody Mary in her hand. No. Okay. We have Patty in the house. Good to have you as always. What do you have for us today? Welcome.
Okay, unmute it.
There you go. You're unmuted.
Okay.
I love the hair.
Thank you. It's like really bright in here. Okay. Sorry. My computer's like acting weird. Okay. 2 pieces, short and simple. First piece. Growing up, they spoke a lot of lies. Growing up, I believed in dragons and trolls. Fairies came along too, and their magic dust that brought the tickles in my nose. Oh, how the lies made the softness of my pillow that much sweeter. And now I sit on my bathroom floor and remember all those pretty little lies. Be whatever you want to be, they said. You can be whatever you want to be. Except now that I think of it, I never want to be a cookie. Everyone loves cookies and they'll continue taking pieces of me until you don't see the crumbles pushed underneath the living room rug. Spinach. Maybe I'll be something like spinach because even as the kitchen stove heat rises and the corners of its leaves will wilt away, you can still define it as it is, spinach, a somewhat necessity. Was I supposed to think of myself as something more than a life taking a bite of me? The dragons and the trolls are here to fight my demons. They told me to stop believing, told me that the jolly-filled man coming down the chimney was never true, told me to stop seeking the fortunes underneath the obvious sight of comfort, told me that the Easter bunny never could lay eggs. And yet, why am I still hiding those wretched eggs behind a tree only to plant the same lies upon another? Growing up, they only spoke of lies, that the grass was greener on the other side. Why can't I just plant a better side on my side? Nourish it with different sources of water, feed it the nourishment that it was never given. The grass can be greener on my side. I can be the man coming down the chimney. Hell, I don't even have a chimney, but I have bricks. I'll make a chimney. I'll make the lies come true. First piece. Okay, second piece. and I find someone impersonating me in the reflection of the mirror. The way she tilts her head in the same direction as mine is almost damn near convincing. We repeat the same phrases in the wake of the morning sun to strengthen our inner fighter. If we paint a picture of glorious victories, maybe the desert we walk upon will feel its thirst for life. I see the scar on her left shoulder. It almost mimics the one on my right. She points out the imperfections and the wrinkles in my skin when I frown, the way the corners of my eyes squint in an effort to see the world in a different height, the way I drum my fingers to the melody of the rain and the train as I race to become more than just a passenger, someone floating away. And there in the reflection of the mirror, she looks back at me. She only speaks when I speak, and somehow her voice always overpowers mine. She is neither strength nor wise, but she is growth. Some days I find myself admiring the way the strands of her hair fall upon the blush on her cheeks. Some days I find myself cursing the clashing of colors upon the skin on her lips. Some days I rush to the reflection of the mirror because I just can't stand to face her that day. And when I return, she sometimes appears smaller, defeated almost. And when I return, sometimes she appears taller, a warrior returning home. And so I return to the reflection of the mirror, who damn near looks exactly like me. Done.
Ha cha cha. Awesome, Patty. That was cool. A lot of great lines in there. Um, definitely read the comments for some feedback on that.
Okay.
Cool. So really quick, how can people connect with you, your artwork, and support your stuff?
It's gonna be Patty's _poetic_life. Yeah.
That's it. There it is. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, and it's really cool getting to hear your pieces. That was some powerful imagery in that one, with the mirror imagery. It's a lot of stuff to take in. But yeah, it's gonna make some noise for Patty. Thank you. You can unmute, clap, snap, cheer, all that good stuff.
Something. Help.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What are they? And if Donna were here, you'd hear that howl that she does too. Always cool. Makes it emboldens me. There it is. Well done. Golf clap. Yeah, man. Seek that nourishment. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring up our multimedia specialist, our visual studies specialist. We have Nico. He's gonna share something having to do with sound, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Interesting, man.
Yes, it was.
Cool.
Hey now.
Thank you, Nico. Hey,
Everybody can have their own interpretation in that and write to it, so it's really legit.
awesome. Yeah, actually, that was even that was so performative. The breathing. I hope if you have family or someone in another room, they weren't freaking out because it made me a little anxious, But and I knew what was going on. But you know what? You can play a dead game. Check it out, Nico. Okay, this is not sponsored by this beer, by the way. Cool, awesome, Nico. Did you want to promote anything really quick before we move on to the next performer?
Thanks for asking. So I do have an Instagram that's open to the public. It's NICO, like my name, Nico. My last name, Silva, SILV as in Victor A. Nico Silva, SW for social workers. So Nico Silva, SW at Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you, man. And I'll take this opportunity really quick to briefly share our sponsors and entities that we're collaborating with. So I definitely want to give them some love. So let's see. Can you guys see my screen? I don't know why it's presenting it like this. Yeah, can you see it all like this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So these are kind of more sponsors. So I want to give a shout out and a highlight some time on the show just to kind of point you in their direction and people who are watching. So Barbed Wire Open Mic, this whole event, it's a community thing, and so it's important that we interact with other entities in our community. And so I want to give a shout out to first El Paso's Finest. They are a store in downtown El Paso. They sell, as it says, their local apparel and novelties. So they share a lot of local art. And I appreciate shops that highlight local artists. So it's T-shirts, baseball caps, magnets, art prints, posters. I feel like I'm forgetting the list I said already. Magnets. Check them out. Obviously, because of the pandemic, their hours are weird, but you can definitely check out their website, shopepfinest.com. Check it out. We're working out a deal right now with BWOMS. So stay tuned. We'll let you know more about that at the end of the month. You can also follow them on Instagram at shopepfinest. And again, it's just they do a great job of supporting local creatives and merchandise. So if you guys want to rep some 915, some El Paso gear, definitely check them out. It's also great for when Christmas time comes around and you want to find a special gift for someone. I know it does sound very ominous. I'm just reading the chat right now. Entities, yeah. So there's these things. So I'm also collaborating with this group, El Paso Creatives. They also highlight some cool people on the scene. We're going to be doing a new show together, and I'll let you guys know. We're going to be filming a pilot tomorrow here in this studio. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. It's like a live music showcase. I'm coming from the experience of me hosting a TV show for 3 years on PBS. I don't know if a lot of you guys knew that about me, but I got to host my own TV show, a music showcase. And
Sesame Street.
the 306, yeah, no, we shared the same channel as Sesame Street, my favorite TV show. Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, they were all there. The Count. Yeah, we got to hang out. Super fun peeps. Anyway, so El Paso Creatives, check them out online, Instagram, El Paso Creatives. elpcreative.com, and check out, and they do podcasts as well featuring local artists. So if you're interested in learning more about that, hit them up. Finally, this is a studio that I'm at, Power at the Pass, here in El Paso, Texas. You can just follow them on Instagram. We do content creation, all sorts of social media. We have all sorts of projects going on, including a book that's coming out soon, so you can find out more about that. And lastly, if you guys haven't already, hit up our pages, the Barbed Wire Open Mic, El Paso's longest running, and I'm pretty sure the only award-winning open mic in town. We've won a couple different awards for our engagement with the community. And of course, you guys are here at Stay at Home Open Mic. I'm happy to be here and to kind of provide this for you guys and just be here with you guys. So that's it. That was cheesy. Maybe. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. I don't know how it goes. I'm still experimenting with like share screen and all that stuff. But thank you guys for listening. We're gonna go ahead and continue with the open mic. In fact, he was already unmuted and everything. We have Mr. Tesosomok back in the house, and he's joining us from Los Angeles. Chicano poet out of LA. How you doing today?
Good, buddy.
Do you want to let people know about our upcoming project we have going on, or do you want to wait a little bit till it's all ready?
Let me do it after the reading. We can,
For sure.
Talk to people about an interesting collaboration. So
All right,
I have
cool.
a couple of pieces. This first piece it's actually a bilingual piece. It's titled Falagocentrísimo, and Falocentrísimo in Spanish, and so it's a little bit kind of based on the notion of deconstruction, and I've studied Derrida quite a bit, particularly grammatology, and then more specifically his treatise on justice and forgiveness and things like that. So I thought this was an interesting approach at this, and this actually has been published in an anthology called the Heartbroken, something Heartbroken Anthology or something. But it goes, venemos de dos mundos, o quizás de muchos, muchas veces multiplicados. Intensity and complexity interwoven against the negation of our ground. ¿Cómo se puede reducir lo irreducible ahí entre lo actual y lo virtual? Donde mucho sufrimiento se ha hecho entre lo reducible y lo irreducible. We take the pure event of identity, delivering duration and intensity, only to have it reducible in the real, representational in its self-resemblance. Ahí hay momentos embarazados con posibilidades, pero muchos terminan en aborto, en destrucción, abandono nonato, hemorragias sangrientas. We live in a doubly articulated
It's the dramatic pause.
The hierarchical ranking and desire as desire without lacking. Yo y tú sabemos cuál es la realidad. El deseo desea su propia represión. In the end, what is there? Identity, resemblance, truth, justice, and negation. And so this is how I resolve the contradiction: is crees that nosotros podamos another realidad. So I create a sentence in two languages, but it works in both, linguistically and semantically and syntactically. Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm going to move over to this short piece, which is titled Disemboweled. Sorry guys, I had it queued up and then I moved something and then I lost the pointer, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, disemboweled. We disembowel as if we were freeways, pouring out through every artery into every tunnel, attempting to meet at the meaning of this facade. The architecture gives us away, scoured funeral walls, disenchanted heliotropes, yes, the disappointed heliotrope blocked from its true purpose. Blood pours through the scorched Malibu hills where greed abandons the ascetic. The reed overgrown concrete river smiles with drain-covered Cheshire grins. You and I run through the depths of negligence, of abandon. Primo, when they gun you down at the House of Spirits in Echo Park, our own people disemboweled us. You and me together, we bled from house to house until we had completely lost all meaning, all significance, till our own mothers couldn't recognize us. Okay, so that's the second piece. And then I'm going to conclude this one, and then I'm going to change my virtual background because I like to do the shitty stuff. Let's see. Here we go. All right. The Mythic Red Eye Vulture. We may never see the mythic Red Eye Vulture scour the Santa Barbara back country, be unable to watch it still in the air with its 10-foot wingspan like a compass needling for north. We would never know the Grim Reaper's presence amongst us, be forever unaware of the scythe's silent swift glide across the nape of the mythic Red Eye Vulture as it used to fan the risen presence of death. Biologists claim that almost went extinct, but language forgives. It can be said empirically that it was driven to extinction. Nothing remains of it out in the wild, just our romanticism. Romanticism to comfort our intolerance. We have justified ourselves on paper why it had to be done away with, the chicken farmer, the rabbit farmer, or just its 11 million year old innate curiosity. We have passed the right laws to comfort our justifications, pounded on the Bible as our given recourse. We have continued to strip away any semblance of the mythic Red Eye Vulture from our psyche. Our romanticism allows us to reinvent the mythic Red Eye Vulture as we have reinvented the American native, the dolphin, the dinosaur, and all species we put in museums and have been unable to tolerate. Now millions are poured to produce a designer mythic Red Eye Vulture, one that will not smash into utility poles, one that will not lap up antifreeze, and one that is afraid of electricity. The designer creature who is able to outrun the rhino bullet. Those released have been propelled by deep instinct to return to their ancient roosting perches, only to find them completely settled by an unforgiving trigger hand. The land the Chumash claimed home for Vulture Griffiths has been claimed and redeveloped by Kaufman and Broad, real estate developers. Biologists have argued that a designer mythic Red Eye Vulture is better than a dead one. But these same biologists have been saying that a housewife is better than a dead feminist, that an Uncle Tom is better than a dead Black Panther, that a reservation is better than a dead Mother Earth, that corporate welfare is better than people welfare, that a Hispanic is better than a dead Zapatista. There can only be one vulture, one grim reaper, one who has a love for rotting flesh, one gawky creature, one with crusty white legs, one Homo erectus. The mythic Red Eye Vulture remains only an obscure reference in an unabridged dictionary from Quechua, Kuntur, to Spanish, Condor, to English, neutralize no perceivable danger to the American way.
Damn. All right. I see. Heavy, man. Heavy stuff. Thank you. So do you want to talk about your social media? How can people connect with you? And then we'll
You
kind
want
of
me to lift people back up and make them
yeah.
shine?
Let us know. Let us yeah. Also let us know what's up. You know what to maybe expect. This cool thing we have planned.
So Richie and I had a meeting, and we kind of wanted to put out to the rest of the community here that we wanted to have an Indigenous Day special for the Monday of the 12th. We are looking, we've got confirmation from Yolanda Matias Garcia, a Nahuatl from the state of Guerrero, female Nahuatl speaker who is a poet, and she's agreed to perform in her language and also to do it in Spanish, and then I'll do the English translation. We'll also have Tyrone, who's I believe he's been here, right? No, he hasn't been here. And Tyrone Ross from the Nez Perce. So we would have kind of male, female, balance it out. and then we'll just promote that up. And then I think we should have a really interesting night. I think we have some interesting, diverse voices coming in, and we're calling it Primeras Voces, First Nation Voices, and then now it is Tlactotin Achtopa, so first words. And then I'm trying to get the Nez Perce translation of that also, and then we'll get the promotional stuff going. And I think it should be a really interesting night. And I think I'm really excited about it because I've always wanted to kind of bridge, those divides across. And I think this is the best place, since El Paso means really the pass of the place where. And then crossroads in the Nahuatl tradition have very symbolic meaning. So there's this rule that happens that if you come to a crossroads and you meet somebody, you have to insult them very severely, because you don't know if they're the devil or they're wicked or something else. So just to make sure, you insult the hell out of them, and then you definitely will find out either way, right? So it's a great way to make a differentiation, right? So it's a very interesting tradition that exists, and actually I find this really a lot of synchronicity with the our friends up in the Great Lakes. They say "Buju," which means like, are you for real? Are you the devil? Basically, they're saying that's the way they're greeting. Are you the bad person, right? And so I go, yeah, no, that's putting it straight up. They'll say, are you the bad man? So tell me straight up, man. Don't fake me out, So there's some interesting
Oh, we've been having issues with the Wi-Fi with the Sosomok. This isn't a poem, so there's no dramatic pauses this time. So we'll see if he makes it back. But I'm really excited for this collaboration. It's actually the first instance in which we will be doing a feature. I think that's something we're gonna try and do a little bit more often. In this case, I'm all about the movement of replacing Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day, and so we're doing this First Voices event. It will be a First Voices featured readings plus open mic, but just know that it is going to probably be a lot more packed that night. If we promote it right, I'm really excited to hear these poets. And so in these next couple of weeks, you'll see all that promotion. I'm going to go ahead and continue, though, because we do have people getting added. I want to make sure everyone has their chance to shine. We have joining us from Denver, we have our friend Mike. I didn't know if you preferred to go by Mike, but that's how you signed up. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah, Colorado already booted Columbus. Yeah, everyone needs to. Everyone needs to get on that trend. But welcome, man. Good to have you back, Michael.
Hey, yeah, it's good to be back. Oh, what the hell? I'm just gonna do a little weird thing. This is an exercise in alliteration I did. It's called the equine response to the rodeo. Frozen fury of force fluid motion, frenzied clash, futile fight for freedom, foiled by coiled cords of confining, tightening, noose-like lassos, bound, dragged down to earth, dust and dirt invading nostrils, each breath a painful scratching, whinnying wheeze, saddles strapped around sides and cinched tight against tender underbelly, humans jumping, rumps bumping, landing upon leather laid on burdened back, hooves kicking, bucking forward and back, insufficient attempt at self-defense towards unprovoked attack, to protect against indignity of unfair, unjust captivity, crashing into other stallions herded heartlessly from stalls through narrow gate towards circular stockade, around which wait obscenely excited onlookers, eyes alight, cheering on our assailants' sadistic show, urging, shouting, massed against the railing, a wicked throng thinking their cruel sport both brave and clever, immoral spectacle in which we are subjected for their amusement and vain desire to appear strong. Only man could take pleasure in something so indecent, despicable, and demonic, so innately and fundamentally wrong. No horse would think to treat another creature with wanton violent disrespect, the desire to break their will with whips and lariats around their hooves and necks. This quest to conquer all and need to call themselves superior condemns their species to be seen by all other beings as repugnant bullies, ever unable to appreciate any extant environment or other sentient companions. Man has seemingly evolved into something sinister, as seen in this insufferable, remorseless, terrible rodeo, in every other action in which they casually and callously inflict pain merely to assert their will, and in everything they blithely kill or plunder and torture, damage and destroy, displaying themselves as a disgrace, a failed experiment, a cancerous blight upon the planet, so cowardly and corrupt, behaving with such a lack of dignity as to be no better than putrid animated feces. They imagine themselves universal masters, but their own avarice and greed will be the seed of their eventual downfall, as the inevitable disasters, their atrocities in sight, pull them down in a fashion evoking the torture with which we horses are treated, as they themselves, with nothing worthwhile to gain and everything to lose, finally throw around their own necks a suicidal noose. So, just got to get that horse's point of view in there.
Cool. Awesome, Mike.
That was so awesome.
Thanks, man. I got lost like in the words, but also just looking at your background again, all your art.
It is what it is, man.
Awesome. I love that. It is what it is. That used to be one of our writing prompts. It is what it is. Back when we were doing live open mics, and I just feel a lot of people keep coming back to that phrase, and it could be a fun one or it could be a heavy piece. But did you have any more? Did you want to have anything that you'd like to share, like any social media?
I can whip another quick one out. Wouldn't mind doing that at all, actually. Let me actually do something. I just did this one a few moments ago over at the New Yo. They were doing something on forgiveness, and this is actually more about taking responsibility. But what the hey? It's a sonnet. It's called Actions Architect. This is for every woman I've wronged. Each instance where I showed lack of respect, I'm placing all the blame where it belongs. I alone am my actions architect. I claim complete responsibility for making you feel uncomfortable, exploiting your vulnerability. Such behavior is unacceptable. For not acknowledging your intellect, for cutting you off each time you spoke. Each idea I thought I had to correct, a plank in my eye and yours just a mote. I'm not asking for your forgiveness. There's no excuse, not even ignorance. So I guess that'll do me for tonight. And there's absolutely nowhere to find me as far as my work online. My Facebook page is like 99% political. So don't even bother. But thanks once again. Always a pleasure to be here.
Cool. Thank you, Mike. And I felt bad last time because I know you had to take off early and we didn't get to you. So
hey, man, it is what it is.
Perfectly said. I need to make that a t-shirt. I think that'd be perfect. It is what it is. I'm waiting for one that says it's on the syllabus. Because that's
nice.
That's one of my most repeated phrases, as an instructor. Like, yo, it's on the syllabus. I just gotta wear it like the first couple weeks of class, like, just so you know. But thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Let me take a look at this list here. Woo! There you are. You made it back. And just really quick, also, Mr. Tesosamok, you can find him on Instagram, Gashes2019, right? Just give him a follow. He's been posting a lot of haiku stuff. We got the haiku master signed up a little bit later. so we can hear a little bit from him. But to continue our show, we got another regular, one of my favorites. They've been so helpful on the live chat by sharing links, and that helps. Anything helps, because sometimes, running a show one person sucks, trying to like do all this stuff. So any kind of help always is beautiful. I always love their poems. So let's make some noise and welcome to the stage Lee MS. Lee.
Hey. So again, spooky season coming in, which is my favorite type of season. I have today, if you don't have me on Instagram, I had a creep trying to shut me up through a WhatsApp. So a poem came out of that, and now I'm getting interviewed through the Poets and Muses podcast for what we are titling the Dick poem. We still don't have a working a name for that, but here it goes. So this is the Dick poem. I approached them with caution, a warning sign hanging from their necks, like badges of honor. I assigned them a voice, a slur spiced with cheap cologne, and words I wouldn't dream to say, much less to a stranger. I'm suspicious, paranoid after 30 long years of encounters. The last time I smiled at them, they followed my steps, yelled remarks at my legs until I took a sharp left to the unknown, just to pretend I was safe. I'm not your dear, not your friend, not interested in sharing my time and my story and pretending like this won't end with an unwanted picture of your dick. So yeah, I was kind of upset about that. I have here a request to show you some critters. I don't have any critters today, unfortunately. But yeah, creeps will be creeps. So aside from that, I do have a funny one that I wrote while under the influence of something. For my dogs, since they seem to be a constant on the show, whether it's barking or just like getting in the camera. So here it goes. This is called One-Sided Conversation. I found myself talking to my dogs the other day. They are already used to it by now, but they were definitely not expecting to have to deal with an existential crisis at the odd hours of the night. I posited a question about our self-image, not just any question, the question, and I directed it to the oldest, hoping that in her wisdom, she could spare a few thoughts about my self-loathing. Do you think the reason us humans take so long into accepting who we are, our fleshy prison and all that it encases, is because we're so used to dissecting everything into parts? She gave me a low growl, the playful type she typically does to tell me it's time for less talking and more playing, but I continued. I, after all, always have to listen to her own complaints. It was her turn to listen to mine. I mean, we put so much emphasis on critical thinking, and I don't know if this is an executive dysfunction thing, but for me, to think critically, I have to break things down. So applying this to my flesh and myself, I hyperfixate in the bits and pieces. John told me she was the least interested in this particular issue at hand and more interested on the red ball she was pawing and nibbling. And then she grunted when she felt the weight of my head laying on her head-sized body. We just never see the bigger picture. That's why we don't like who we are, because we never see ourselves whole. She sprinted on the first chance she had with no wisdom to share, clearly unbothered by self-image, as she stopped along the way to smell my other dog's butthole and then lick her snout in the light. I should have been offended, but she was just so damn cute, so I let it rest. And finally, let me just open this up. Sorry about that. Here we go. So finally, I have a small one that I've been working on, and I don't know if it's yet finished, but this is called Down Comes This Kingdom. Down comes this kingdom I made out of glass and concrete. Down come these walls and I'm buried beneath. I made up this crown out of ink and paper, and I watched it fall when I bought and defeat. Down comes the kingdom I built out of sand and rocks, crashing onto my shoulders, the burden too heavy to keep. Those who watched the fall took down my crown to exchange it for gold. They found it was worth nothing, so they threw away my last remaining words. Down comes this kingdom I made out of thoughts and fear, and I stand alone on the aftermath of its fall.
Yeah. Snapping it up. Awesome, Lee. Thank you. And you have your info behind you there so people can read, but you want to give the shout out? Yeah. I had to get used to that too. Like, what shoulder did I go over again? So you got your Insta, the Venmo, the Cash App, and that's one of your books behind you, huh?
Yeah, it's the very first one I published through Amazon, and my Instagram is cadáveres-literarios. Sorry, _literarios. I keep messing that one up. Venmo is Lee-Marzo, and Cash App is Lee Marzo. You can also follow me on Facebook, and Facebook, I think, I can't remember who said it, but it's very political. So just, if you're okay with that, it's Lee Martinez Soto, and a lot of shit posting, of course.
Hell yeah. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. So glad to have you on. And yeah, some crazy pieces. Like, I don't know. I don't know how some people have the audacity, but like you said, creep's gonna creep, you know. It's upsetting, you know, but
After that one and blocking him, I got added by somebody who is looking for his sugar baby.
you should post that one bug. What is it? The
Niño de la Tierra?
Yeah. I got your sugar baby right here, and then
there you go.
Post it. I don't know. But yeah, that's really cool. If you guys don't know, like, we do after parties after we do the live stream. It's just kind of like a hangout session. We get to interact with each other more casually, talk about anything and everything. I know one time we had a cool like insect bug segment where Lee was taking them out of the jar and showing them off, and I thought that was pretty unique and cool. Anyway, yeah, you had your promo stuff. Glad you can make it as always. Enjoy. Yeah, let's get it back. We have one of our 100% attendance timestamp champion. Always helps out. Again, you know, like I said, this is built up of a community, and so Kit's been such a huge part of that. He's got some pieces for us today. Kit, the stage is yours. Take it away, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Richie. I'm glad. That has been like the highlight of this whole weird period, is reaching out and finding new vectors for coming together and collaborating. It's really cool we've gotten to do that. But enough of that. I got 4 of mine and then the vaunted cover poem. Let's see. All right. The Andromedan delegation, cocksure and azure, is optimistic ahead of the first truly representative Miss Universe competition. The betting markets do not share that optimism. Clelar Kanamit has a bipedal build and a striking bright blue face. She has been celebrated for her bravery in Teen Vogue in a feature piece with patronizing overtones that may have hardened her model steez into an actual scowl. There is a sizable Tumblr/Fit community around her. And while her Twitter messages are bitter and hostile, that happens to be what plays best on Twitter. There's a question that Ertz Media has breezily skipped over, that Clelar asks her agent, her handler, and her politician brother, why the fuck do I have to prove myself to these pink and brown gawkers? Her agent tells her the money. Her handler tells her the exposure. Her brother rambles incoherently. Something about Andromedan pride and intergalactic harmony, which sounds to her like a flat-out contradiction. She isn't lonely or forsaken, and even has some advantages. But some people don't even like redheads. Join me, please, in saying a soft and hopeful prayer for Clelar as she faces down our planet's insensate drive to make everything look like us. Okay. And then this is one where I drop a whole bunch of names on the floor just to prove I went to college. But it's based on a recording session that actually happened, one of the first of its kind. It doesn't have a title, so let's just get into it. Browning and Tennyson sit side by side, both discomfited by the bearded man who smells like clay. The 3 of them here in New Jersey, of all places, at the bidding of a tyrannical man who says that he can keep music in a cage. It is not that Browning and Tennyson hate each other. Rather, they feel locked into a kind of staring contest. Neither one can be the first to pay a compliment. They desire, though they cannot say so out loud, to be courted. They want their opinion to matter to the other and to undermine each other's pretense. They are bone certain it is a pretense of being self-made. They don't know what to do with the unkempt autodidact to Browning's left. He has no title and no fortunate marriage. He has made a self for himself with an ease that has made you think that you can make one too. The closest thing to art that Thomas Edison made himself was a video of the electrocution of an elephant in the name of demonstrating alternating current. But it is due to him and his phonograph, and perhaps credit is also due to the martyred Topsy the elephant, that I can hear Robert Browning, Alfred Lord Tennyson, Walt Whitman, and the tension in that room. I can hear Robert Frost, middle-class trickster god, reading 2 poems at the same time. I can hear moonlighting insurance executive Wallace Stevens linger over every word like he's triple checking. I can hear stentorian T.S. Eliot trying so hard as he ever tried something, to hide the fact that he was born in St. Louis. You see, it's incredibly easy to make a new self. Some people never stop doing it. It's harder to make one you're happy with, but is happiness actually the goal? Do you know what it looks like? What will you do with your happiness once you catch it? Will you feel better if I tell you that the gods of the past were thirsty and ashamed and running from their own voice, just like you?
Okay.
Thank you, Erica.
Yeah, all right.
No, I like that one because I think you should read the classics, but you shouldn't necessarily put them on a pedestal because they were dumb. They were people, and therefore they are dumb, and will also be dumb in the future. And this segues nicely into this piece that I've sent out somewhere. So fingers crossed.
What?
It's the minutes from the city council meeting in 2061. The zoning committee has been working around the clock, availing themselves of even the extra 37 minutes. The issue is a silly one, but one with billions of dollars staked on it regardless. Owing to the nature of Mars-reduced gravity, how far away from residential neighborhoods must the proposed stadium for the expansion franchise Mars City Rovers be built in order to prevent unusual amounts of property damage from flying baseballs? The meetings have been contentious, detail-oriented, inscrutable, and unproductive. At this point in the young history of Mars City, not even a generation on, the pioneer's dream of leaving Earth's problems on Earth seems tragically naive, like a virus praying earnestly for the next host to be tougher. All right, and this one has also been sent out, so cross your toes. I call it the Reformation. And we don't have any stand-up, so there's no chisme going on here. All right. The comedians have renounced raunch and transphobia and hatred in general. They have seen their folly, they tell me. They credit me for their Damascene moment. They line up and say sorry and thank you as if it is all one word, a chance for newly shaved Hare Krishnas. They have set up this event, the first of its kind post-pandemic, to prove their sincerity to me. One approaches the mic, and then another. They are all reading aloud from the same worn copy of Capitalism and Schizophrenia by Giles Deleuze. They pass the one copy between themselves as they all take their turn, going for exactly 7 minutes each. It has a used tag from a college bookstore. I can just barely make out the smiling face of the University of Vermont's Charlie the Catamounts on the sticker on the spine. Their faces as they perform are intense, and as the others sit and watch, they are rapt. One is taking notes. My companion and I retreat to the patio, and by his leave, I smoke my first cigarette in 2 years. One by one, the comedians follow me out, eager and pleading like seminary students. Is this better? Are we better? Have we made up for our sins and our wayward lives? The truth is, I don't know. The truth is, I thought that I would always have to fight them about this. I began to think of it as a responsibility. And the truth is, I have a middle management bred paranoia about what it means when a responsibility is taken away. The truth is, I liked fighting against them so much that I didn't give a thought to what victory would look like. The truth is, I confess to the one with the notebook, I haven't read very much theory. I like that one because I'm the villain, if you think about it. Okay, and I'll close as I like to do with a cover poem with something from someone else that has pulled me out of a dark time. This is a poet I've read before, but I haven't read this specific one. This is A Brief for the Defense by Jack Gilbert. Sorrow everywhere. Slaughter everywhere. If babies are not starving someplace, they are starving somewhere else. With flies in their nostrils. But we enjoy our lives because that's what God wants. Otherwise, the mornings before summer dawn would not be made so fine. The Bengal tiger would not be fashioned so miraculously well. The poor women at the fountain are laughing together between the suffering they have known and the awfulness in their future, smiling and laughing while somebody in the village is very sick. There is laughter every day in the terrible streets of Calcutta, and the women laugh in the cages of Mumbai. If we deny our happiness, resist our satisfaction, we lessen the importance of their deprivation. We must risk delight. We can do without pleasure, but not delight, not enjoyment. We must have the stubbornness to accept our gladness in the ruthless furnace of this world. To make injustice the only measure of our attention is to praise the devil. If the locomotive of the Lord runs us down, we should give thanks that the end had magnitude. We must admit there will be music despite everything. We stand at the prow again of a small ship, anchored late at night in the tiny port, looking over to the sleeping island. The waterfront is 3 shuttered cafes and 1 naked light burning. To hear the faint sound of oars in the silence as a rowboat comes slowly out and then goes back is truly worth all the years of sorrow to come.
Yeah, Kit. Dig it, man. Dude, cool, man. So get your promo on. How can people follow you? You know the drill. You know the drill.
I know the drill. I cut my swing short so I could do it. IG at Kit Ren Away, my name and then away. Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, as officially endorsed by ESPN's Bomani Jones. Kofi.com/KitRen. You can find a bunch of really pretentious and belletristic essays about American football and its history. The latest one went up this morning. It's about the Dome Patrol New Orleans Saints of the early 90s. Let's see, is that everything? The Not Evil Sun Cult, where I go for spiritual refreshment. And of course, I am on Facebook, like all of us in this unfortunate future. And I think that is all my plugs. Thank you again, Richie.
You nailed it. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, definitely check that stuff out. I mean, if you guys are watching this live right now on YouTube or at some point in the future date, first of all, I want to thank you for tuning in. I definitely encourage you guys to leave a comment, like whose poem did you like, you know, or what was a favorite line? Which line gave you chills, or what line maybe made you optimistic, even for just a little bit, or what line made you cry? You know, let us know what you felt. What did you enjoy? You can leave a comment down below on YouTube. But yeah, my name is Rich. I'm your host. We're going to keep going, guys. We have Wyatt Underwood joining us from LA as well. Wyatt has been reading here now for a good while. It's always good to see him. Wyatt, how you doing today? Let's see. There you are. Let's get you unmuted as well. There you are.
All right. How are you doing, Richie?
I'm excellent. You know, every time someone asks me that on a Monday, I can say confidently I'm great because I'm with you guys.
I like that. Thank you. It's a pleasure being with you guys again. My first poem is well, it's called Expansion. El Paso to Las Cruces. That used to be 40 miles in the olden days, back when I was in college. Like so many things associated with Texas, it has grown. 46 miles now, so Google says. In those days, 40 miles provided time, at least 2/3 of an hour, time enough to repent, to swear I'd never drink that much again. Maybe even time enough to sober up some. El Paso was, for us college boys in Las Cruces, the gateway to Juarez, where liquor was cheap and sex not that much more expensive. Most of us were too coy, read that scared, to participate in the latter. We'd had friends come home infected. The school doctors were pretty understanding. Treatment without sermons, just warnings the first time. But if you stayed with liquor, Juarez must have been a boon to the liquor makers. We learned to drink where it was cheap. It brought our taste back those long 40 miles, 46 now, and still bought whiskey, rum, or vodka, almost like cola drinks, which calls into doubt, doesn't it, how serious our repentance was. Maybe that's why college boys now need those extra 6 miles. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hang on just a minute, please. This is this one is called Notorious RBG. What could we have said? What could we have done? What could we have asked of the universe? If we had each offered a drop of blood, would that have helped? If we had each offered a minute of our own lives, would that? Was there any bargaining we overlooked? Oh, let there not have been. And let there not have been an otherwhere that needed her more desperately. We do not want to know of any such place. O lady of high intellect, O lady of high intellect and resolve, thank you for blessing us as long as you did. We cannot claim to have deserved you, only some of us to have admired and praised you, and looked for your mirrors in your younger sisters. Now that we need them, so desperately need them, remember, watch for a hummingbird with the head of an owl and the spear of Athena, then hope for wisdom, accidental or on purpose, among our leaders. oh bless, oh praise, oh glory.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
thanks,
Yeah.
man. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And this last one is called Western's End. My, how Westerns can change. Consider the serious do-gooding Lone Ranger. Now consider Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. Then consider Randolph Scott, Robert Mitchum, Clint Eastwood. And then consider the comics. Ha ha ha. Yes, aren't they funny? But the serious, but not too serious Westerns, we must have made and watched 1,000 of them. Did the Greeks write that many plays? Maybe being serious about silliness never occurred to them. Maybe they never had Puritan demons to burn. Maybe they weren't as scared of their women as we are. Maybe they hadn't treated them as wrong. Westerns must be a deep lake for psychiatric studies for someday when we have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on, Wyatt. Love it. I always like to envision you. You're riding backwards on your motorcycle down the open road reading these poems.
And my hair is blowing in the wind.
Absolutely. I see it there. I see it. Awesome. I'm glad you could join us. How you feeling today? Do you have anything you'd like to promote? Any books we can check out? People who are watching right now?
There's a book called 2015 dot 365, and that's because I wrote a poem a day in 2015, and the World Stage Press was kind enough to print the collection, and it's available on Amazon, of course, and that's probably it. I've been included in several anthologies that are available here in Los Angeles. And it's just great being back with you people that are where I went to college.
Right. And I miss you. Good to have you, man. Cool. Wyatt, let's make some noise, show some love. That's how we show love at the open mics. You make some noise and clap and cheer, snap, all that good stuff. You can also show your best dance moves, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep going with that fire though. Our next performer is going to bring that fire. She always does. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and welcome Khan Ras Fire to the stage. Let's see. We got you here. We got you.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Well, to all the poets before me and after me, Richie, it's good to have this to look forward to. It's good for the mind, for the brain, for the emotions. And just want to thank you for that. So I got some new shit and it's fairly short. Hey, these are like three kind of get to the point pieces. So this is called Broken. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not called Broken. This is called Token. Broken. Hoping for something to hope to. I remember my virtue. Patience. But needing tangible proof, I look to you. My token. I am wide openly broken, in line for your love. Our sun, our land, steady grips these hips, understand. Look to the left, shudder to the right. I shut off all meaningless discord. What proof do I have of a love time can no longer afford? A token. Words never spoken, now squeezed within $15 15-minute sessions. sun shining, though my heart is gray. Gray in the middle of May, these May flowers grew from April showers, a token of time. I like that. All right. So this next piece is called Harmony. Harmony. Standing next to grace, I take one look at this man's face and I know I have found alignment. Climates may change, tough times do come for some, but us, we have harmony. A charm to see, dangling under a full-grown beard. We ran for years just to be faced with queer endearments we preserved. Because unbeknownst to us, there is this decadent charm, you see. We have harmony. All right. And so this is my last little snippet. This is called Bliss. Bliss is in the eye of the beholder. Once older, now young, I see how far from this I have run. Bliss. A kiss at midday. A back rub just because. A shoulder for a boulder. A place to run to. Bliss. Multiple forehead kisses. No longer the one I misses. I have you in my hands. I can withstand long enough to dismiss anything less forthcoming of my bliss. Oh, can I share one more? Is there time?
Yeah, do it. There's always time for you. Spit your
Oh,
fire. I see you, poet.
I love y'all so much. So this is called Prison Song. They were boys who played with toys, boys that wanted to be leaders. They had dreams of being builders, boys who looked for a hero and could not find one, so they made one in fictional characters. Stoic and Black Panther, actors on a screen fulfilling a dream, reciting lines from a scene that they compared to the desire of their hearts. They were boys. Boys with toys, boys who had big dreams, Tonka trucks, Hot Wheels, metal bars, cold steel, bloody toes, juice spills. They were boys with dreams of living, giving to a society that robbed them, broke them intentionally, taught to tower through thunder, perpetuating another plunder. Boys who are not aware they are preyed upon, a pact to fill broken, sourceless boys with rage, a plan to pack brown skin in an empty cage. 3 strikes, 3-strike rules for the angry fool. Free boys to be caged men, living in the fair opposite of a dream, far beyond humanistic means, the lowest form of a human being. Beautiful boys in cages, wages pulled high to the sky for the cost of your pride. Admit to it or get 8 years. Deny and lose your life. Prison song. Prison dreams, destined it seems. I mean, where are our heroes? I mean, where are our heroes? In jail. believing in a God in the sky for justice on earth. They were boys who saw mama pray, and that's how they stayed safe. So they pray and pray and pray as they are preyed upon. This prison song. 70% of our families are not families. 7 men in one cell, 70 times 70, waiting for hope to persevere. Dreams of getting out of here. They were boys with toys. And mama told them to stand for who they are. Keep your pride, head held high. And if it is true, tell no lies. Never thought the truth would take my life. They were boys playing under trees. Now grown men begging to be free.
Yeah. Khan Rasfaya. Hey, oh man, heavy. Love your performance always. Your cadence, your voice. How can people follow you and support your stuff?
I am I'm Erica A. Tilly on Facebook. I'm the poet Khan Rasfaya on Instagram. And I'm currently working with a group called Complex Mirrors Poetry Series, and we try to do like a show once a month. Next month, our theme is domestic violence. So I am looking for some people that have testimonies in that form, however your testimony is on that, if you'd like to be a part. And I'm working on my okay, and I'll type it in there. Yeah. I'm brewing my book. It is in the brewing. I'm typing it up. So be on the lookout for that. And thank y'all for taking in my emotion. I appreciate you.
And we
Just want to say
appreciate you.
I just say how gorgeous everything that you did was. It was just spectacular.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. A
Yeah,
poet
thank you.
is giving our audience. So I need y'all. Love y'all. Bless y'all.
Yeah, awesome, Erica. I love it. Okay, so, oh no, did our next performer left? I hear my voice too on someone's screen. Oh no, Delight. Okay, you're here. Okay, Delight. First time. That's you. Yeah, no, surprise. I was looking for you. I was like, wait, where'd you go? Hey, this is your first time joining us here. Welcome. Where are you joining us? Where are you joining us from?
From Aurora, Colorado.
From Colorado? Aurora? Okay.
Aurora, Colorado.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Glad to have you here. We can hear you. We
Yes,
can't see you though.
Okay. Okay, here I go. Here I go. I was about to send a message to her telling her I'd help her with domestic violence. Just in what I've seen with people. So that's why. Okay. Let's figure this out.
I got you, lady.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Okay. I need to learn how to smoke cigarettes or something. Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Cool mask.
Birthday of. Thank you. Today is the birthday of my brother who was murdered in 2012. So going to the cemetery was just very hard to realize. You guys all added intricate pieces about how I felt and what I was going to say. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Lord. Okay, I know you work. Come on. So I thank all of you guys and thank you for allowing me to be here. But yes, I'm from Aurora, Colorado. So it's just a short piece, just speaking my truth. And can I curse?
Have at it. Yeah. Free speech. Express yourself. Yes.
You better.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I don't want as long as it's not yeah, as long as it's not hate speech. We're cool. We're good. Do your thing.
As long as it's not a what?
Oh, I mean, oh, hate speech, but don't worry about that. Do your thing.
Oh no. I was raised by a black mom. You couldn't curse or even look like you were thinking about something. So,
The title of my poem is Poetry Undone, just like the world we're living in. She went to the academy. She did all that she was supposed to. She followed what they said. And she had the roses and they stood in her hand as she reached out and received her award. But yet and still we were on quarantine. The whole world filled with the pandemic. So she's at home thinking about her serenity. Then all of a sudden, and she has the same shades, like but then bullets to her house. No, I'm not too. Tonight, as we sit here, we're waiting for. But this is the same woman who took an oath before God, like the people who killed her, and what?
I'm kind of waiting. The internet's having trouble. I don't know if that's just on my end. Is that because man, that piece was sounding heavy. It was taking me somewhere. Delight. Oh, I think we lost her. Her signal. Oh no. Well, we'll see if they can make their way back on because I wanted to see where that was going. Um, oh man, that's so sad. Yeah, that's kind of one of the downsides of working with technology and the internet. So hopefully they can get it back on and maybe we can link up with her. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Lee. Yeah, if they get back on, I'll ask because I mean, sometimes just internet can be choppy and it's hard. Hopefully they make it. Oh, wait, there you are. Wait, you're still here. Or maybe that's what happens when it. Let's get you back on. Are, but you're unmuted. Or you're muted. Can you unmute yourself really quick? Delight. Awesome, awesome stage name. Let's get you. There you are.
Okay, so hello?
Hey.
So can I go ahead and continue where I was?
Yeah. Try it. We were having issues.
What part did anybody? Can anybody tell me what part you heard?
It was actually very early on the piece.
So did it talk about what happened as she was in her house? No one heard that. Oh, you got my stuff is gonna look like Santa without his stuff on. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hold on just a second. Just one second.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, do
Okay.
it.
So,
Can't wait.
okay, so let me just. I had the mask on, and it said Serenity. And as I was talking about the poem and why the mask, because she was in the house following the quarantine, she went through the academy. She had her flowers. She took the oath, like the same people did that didn't come knock at her door, but shot not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times, but so many times where her body wasn't even able to be recognized. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Brianna. She took the oath like they did too. She knew the Miranda and they knew what to do. The people they were looking for, where were they at? Oh, I forgot they were in jail. But the $12 million they gave her family, I guess that's supposed to add value to what's going on in their life. So I wanted to tie this with quarantine. So she's in her house in a quarantined environment. And what happens? The same force or the same type of people that she went and got a job with or took the class to become a police officer were the same people that killed her. So what did that mean? For her mom, when she saw the body and the rest of her family, off with the police aviator shades, off with the quarantine mask, because they're sitting there trying to figure out how much money for this cast. So I wasn't raised to know that everybody had to hate people because of their color. Our parents taught us love people for who they are. Plus my hat full of a melting pot. Sioux Indian, white, Latina, even Japanese. So I didn't know about this stuff. So when I see it, the first thing I'm thinking about with all this injustice, could you go and just shoot somebody's door down? And they're a police officer, proud to be out of the academy. And this is what they get? And what do you make good cops look like? You got looking like they're a bitch. So when you call 911 and no one wants to get involved, do they realize the mayhem when it comes to justice and why what we stood for and what our oath, just like when I was raised, for we all are one or none. So where are we at? None or done. But keep the quarantine mask on. Thank you. I'm done.
Damn, where are we at? That's a good question to ask ourselves. Thank you, D-Light. Thanks for joining us today. Did you have any social media or anything you'd like to share? If anyone wants to follow you or support your work before we move on. Let's see.
It's sad. It's like there's no hope. Like, what do we say?
Oof. Yeah. It's heavy. Yeah, that's I mean 2020, but that's still heavy in a lot of our hearts. Don't feel justice. You know, a lot of that's still coming up. What does justice look like? I didn't feel it. Like you said, that money that was paid didn't. I don't know. There's still a lot more to be done, and we need to be better. And it starts with asking ourselves the right questions. So thanks for getting us to think about that. So important to not just push it to the side and forget about it. We have to continually be reminding ourselves and stay on top of everything. So thank you, D-Light. Let's see, Phil. We have Phil in the house. He's wearing his Batman gear, so when I think of justice, I think of like the guy had to take it into his own hands, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Now he was a billionaire, right? But you know what? He still did it without superpowers. But you're rocking some Gotham, right? Phil in the house. You got a little something for us today?
I'm gonna try something.
All right.
The theme tonight on New Eurekan was forgiveness. So this might change the mood a little bit, but I'm gonna do this piece. Then I'll do a couple haikus real quick. It has never happened to me, but I do know of 2 or 3. And I do believe that I can comprehend to some degree. But please, before I go on, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's something worse than rape. Oh, the nerve of me. Listen closely, you just might agree. Webster says it is the forcing of another person to submit to sex acts, seizing or carrying off with force, abusive, improper treatment. What? The taking away of one's pride, dignity, in some cases, their purity? Though not physically, let me explain to you the raping of me. See, one of my lifelong dreams was to find that one person to spend forever with and multiply our love. You changed the plan. Deep down, you hated every man. Damn, I believed in you, at least inspected you. I submitted to what I thought was your true love. Perhaps you said the words I do to a mirror. For some time, I couldn't get over what you had done. From the extramarital affair to the newborn child you bore that had no resemblance to me. You wanting more than what was bargained for in the divorce decree. I gave it all to set my own mind free. I guess I made it easy for you to remarry 3 weeks after ours was finalized. I wrote a letter to you and read it out loud and decided just to burn it. See, I forgive you because this man understands that there's no revenge that can compete with forgiveness. Similar, wouldn't you agree? For some, they get this feeling for someone that they knew or believed in and or at least expected. For others, the ones closest to them did not believe and blamed the victim. Finally, the laws, the man-made laws. So need I say more? Just the same, I stand by the title of this poem. There is something worse than rape. Its name, betrayal. Two haikus, then another poem real quick, if that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Haiku 1. Light switch. I flipped that. Candles set the ambiance. Fulfilled fantasy. Haiku 2. Sleep without you next. Slept less, but still got some rest. I longed for her warmth. Let me do this other piece. Wow, that's cool. I forgot what it's like to touch you. Not in the sense of my hands going up and down your spine, tempted to touch your behind, but as if you were mine. Gazing in each other's eyes, wondering back and forth, could you be my God surprise? I fail to recall what it's like to hold you. Reminiscing on the kissing and touching, but that's not all I bring. I want to be in touch with your emotional being. So take my hand and sense the deep feelings that I'm feeling. As my heart beats, soulful rhythms come to mind. If God one day struck us blind, your beauty I still see. You see, love is too weak to define just what you like mean to me. I forgot what it's like to experience your womanhood, parading in and out of each other's thoughts, dancing in this vertical motion, wanting to share with you horizontal positions. I forget what it's like to hold you, but I clearly remember our heart-filled embrace, kisses in excess over your face, passionate, loving it. As we fall in love with each other's touch, I've forgotten, but I clearly remember you.
Oh yeah. Love it, man. Sensual piece there. How can people follow you, man? Support your work. Be part of Haiku Wednesdays.
Haiku Wednesdays on Facebook. I do that with Poetry 719. We do stuff. We do stuff. That's what's up. I've had that organization for 11 years. Midnight Poet 00 on IG, midnightpoet00.com, my website. SoundCloud, Midnight Poet 00. Got a theme going. That's it. Cash App, Midnight Poet 00.
In case you didn't know. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Midnight Poet 00. So cool. All right, man. Appreciate you jumping on today. Love the.
Thank you back, bro.
Awesome, man. Thank you. All right. We're gonna get back to someone who has performed at one of our open mics in person years back, but he just kind of wandered in today. He hasn't done this before on Zoom, so let's be extra warm and welcoming and welcome Ice. Ice is here. Good to have you, man. I know you heard your name. What's up? How you doing, man?
Good, good. Can you guys hear me pretty good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I found out about it maybe like 2 weeks ago. I thought it was a really good idea, but I keep forgetting it's on Monday night, so it just kind of blew over my mind. But um, I'm going to again spit some of my poetic philosophy. Hopefully it's I hate to say it, but I'm gonna be saying some of the things that you guys have probably heard before already. It's been a while. I need to get back to writing some stuff, but the one that I have is I'm trying to make sure I have it so I don't mess it up. And I can't find it. I should have had it prepped. But let me see. I think I should remember it. So here we go. In the middle of the night is the best time for me to write. Thinking of many things going on in my life. Like, why the hell do people have to tell fairy tales? That does not sail with me. So don't ask me to bond your bail. Just be straight up and honest. If not, continue to fail. We have a lot of authors still looking for the Holy Grail. How long have you been on this trail of no avail? And that's the first one. Let me see if I can. Okay, so here's another one. Out of commission. I hope I'm not living without your permission, but listen. I can't believe that I am in this position. Is this a vision or a mission to get me to understand what I'm missing? Because me and my life just got into a collision. Is this what I get? Attempting to escape this prison? I cannot control my Raz when he is risen. And I always regret my decision, which is why I can't help but throw my fist in and wishing I could go back and change a lot of my mistakes. Maybe like to prove my love, I'll do whatever it takes, no matter the stakes. But I guess you seem to buy that from the fakes. Looks can be deceiving, but you are believing they are not misleading, so you are proceeding. But sooner or later, your heart will be broken and bleeding, because all they care about is breeding and could care less that you're breathing. And one of your hobbies is reading. But in any case, they managed to put a smile on your face. In both ways, they must be faster than NASCAR because they are gone without a trace. This is not a race. I thought to build a relationship, you had to do it at a certain pace. But now they have an appointment at another place. Looks like they never had a validity for your embrace. In their mind was nothing more than lust and its taste. Nothing more than a memory to erase. So much for the Lovelace. And that's all for, I guess, all I got for tonight.
Right on, man. Right on, man. You jumped to us from YouTube, so I appreciate that.
Yeah,
it's from the
thanks,
chat. So
thanks for having me on, man. Really appreciate it.
Cool. Do you got anything you want to promote or share? Any? How can we connect with you?
The only thing that I really got going on right now is YouTube. I've been doing some videos. I have so many ideas, but I'm such a procrastinator. This COVID has really kind of got me to the position where no more excuses. I got everything. I got to start working on my projects. But YouTube, Razzed Up Ice, and Twitch as well. I'll be streaming some games and maybe some other stuff. But that's pretty much all I got.
Right on. Appreciate you. Hope to see you in following Mondays whenever you're free.
For
Come on
sure.
through. Yeah, Mondays are kind of a weird one. People forget. Like I know 'cause our most popular night was when we did it Tuesday nights, and so even when I invite people, they're like, "Oh, I thought it was on Tuesday," and then they forget again for the week after. But yeah, that was really cool. The Twitch, so it's same thing, raised up ice, right? Or
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah, it's RAZD underscore UP underscore ICE on Twitch, and then on YouTube it's just the same Raz Device.
Sweet, man. Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
Right on. So, hopefully you guys are doing well. I want to thank you for tuning in this Monday. We have, let's see, Dan, the man. Is he here with us still? He keeps going in and out. There's Dan. Hey, we tried to stall as long as we could by having other people perform, but are you ready now? By any chance, Dan?
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Go to the next ones. Get me to the last.
You are last.
Well, I just what?
You haven't summoned them with the.
Oh, the
No,
flute.
no.
Yes, the flute.
Yeah, you
No.
gotta play the flute. You gotta
Not-
play. He can't deny it if you play the flute.
I'm not finished.
That's the magical rule.
I'm not finished.
Okay. I guess we'll have to stall with more performers and performances.
Yes, yes, please.
Cool. It's interesting when you guys are playing in the background, like, and I can hear it. I can hear myself.
Okay.
Dan, I guess. Hey, there really isn't anyone else, but I'll perform something.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, Dan. We
I'm so sorry.
This is the Dan show. He's almost ready. Okay, cool. I guess I'll perform a little something. Would that be cool? Let's see. Yeah, I got the flute here. This is how if you're not familiar, this is how I summon Dan. Just very much like the Green Ranger would in Power Rangers. But not yet. Now's not the time. So I'm going to go ahead and try something. Last week I read some acapella. This week I have... Let's see. I asked. I've got this other setup here of a microphone looper. I'm gonna try it. See how it goes. It's still a lot of confusion. Let's see. Yeah. So bear with me. The sound. I'm gonna switch microphones so I can hear this. So if there's any sound issues, just type it in the chat, and that way so I can see. That is some loud typing. Who's doing some type? That's Dan doing the type. I'm going to mute you, Dan, because you're typing really loud. Okay, can you guys hear me all right? Is it loud? Too loud? Okay enough? I forget what Zoom does, so let me actually... I'm turning... Okay, original sound is on. Hopefully it's not too loud. Or is it ASMR level loud?
You're good. I think you're good.
Breathing. My heartbeat. A little too loud. Yo, this is my theme music. I have no idea how that sounds. Is it too much? A little crazy? Just check, sound check. Can you hear it? Yeah, all right. Mic check. Microphone check. Mic check. All right. So this is an invocation. It is called Desert Rituals. I performed it yesterday. I was asked to perform like an online concert. As it's not on yet, we did like pre-tapings. But here in El Paso, you know, a lot of local government and movement in the last years has been run by money. And so we have a candidate that I think can bring up some change. And I endorsed her yesterday, Veronica Cabral. Definitely encourage you to check out the platform. I think she's the most progressive of our candidates. And in El Paso, we have not had a Latina mayor. That wouldn't be like the reason to like support her, but definitely check out the policies. She's an environmentalist. She's for the people. And so I performed this because this poem is about community and survival in the desert. And I just dropped my phone. All right, doesn't matter. Check. It's a little crazy. I'm not used to this setup just yet, but I'm just gonna go with it. Check it. First, there was the fox, and then so much more. As Brother Bear beckons breath, blows the conch, creates the blues and blessings of creation. Ay permiso. Let us through to thrive. In the desert, you can hear the sounds of existence, breathing in and out towards persistence. See, we're living to be living and living before living, but death wears the mask of the living. We are society, transcendent, in incandescent light and dust as dead stars ignite to incite that unique verse of our universe. As twin-circled universal moons elevate and reveal axiomatic truth. If we must die, but not until we have lived. Mira, el sol, mira, la luna, bodies of light and yearning, return from that ether of timelessness. Bloom, children of the cosmos, bloom. You see, it is hidden in that lonely nopalito that grows in the desert. You are not alone. You are just the beginning. Sprout seeds of mandala meanderings. Because the dance of life and death reveals itself to those who truly listen, who stand triumphant under the glow of a hungry moon. These are our residual spiritual individual rituals in tune with the collective. These are our sacred desert visions. Like, first there was the fox, then so much more. As Brother Bear beckons breath, blows the conch, creates the blues and blessings of creation. Plant your roots and call it home. Plant your roots and let it grow. Find your voice and let it flow. These are our sacred desert visions. All right, that's one. Cool. Yeah, this is interesting because I can't hear how I sound at all. So it's going blindly. This is like blind faith pretty much, right? But I see people jamming out, so it's probably good enough. Cool. I'll do a couple more. This is a piece that I'm actually kind of workshopping, and it's a little different than what I usually perform. It's kind of short, but it's kind of I envision to be a seed, a kernel of something that I'm gonna develop a little further on, and it's gonna be about I don't know. It's gonna be ethnomusicology based, particularly about music as an agent of change. Politically, the way it can change people. So I was just thinking of one aspect. I'm gonna expand on it, but this is it. It's quick. If Melquiades were a merengue musician, what kind of chord progressions would he throw down and leave to be deciphered in the dance steps of lovers? Hand to waist, eye to eye, hips in sync to that 2/4 beat. Would he take a split second during a rest to gaze beyond the bell of his horn and come to focus his gaze on the spinning top tipsy-turvy dance of two souls caught in a moment of movement? Would Trujillo embrace merengue so freely if he had known of its African lineage? It's the supreme sound in the sacred silence. Play away, Melquiades. Play away. All right, so that was a quick one. But I definitely want to develop more. I want to add more musicians like Fela Kuti, who, if you're not familiar, you should definitely look up. Caused riots and stuff with his music. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Zombie, exactly. Kit knows what's up, of course. Uh, this is a newer piece I wrote. It's raw, but I'm gonna add it. I'm finally recording a spoken word album, and so I'm just trying to like use my nighttime excursions, experiences, wanderings as a jumping off point to write some pieces. And so I wrote this one just kind of wandering around town and hanging with artists. It doesn't have a name. Mira, manifest this tequila into discarded coffee cups. Yes, the usefulness of a cup is in its emptiness. It's its own kind of magic. It persists, it perseveres, it runs on and on and on into spray paint sizzle of midnight mist like flora y fauna a la verdad y la verdad. The moon greets me like an old friend, and there's something about taking moments to pause and reflect, to quiet things down and listen to the slowing down of your breath. That steady bass line of your heart, the thumping life force. As the night breeze paints the air around you, the moon greets me like an old friend. The world's hurting, and I'm trying my best. And I realize that sometimes my best has to be better. 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 The thought, it repeats and repeats. It gains steam. It grows momentum. It claims more land. It snakes throughout the cities in my head. Synapses sparking, smoking, revealing that we still can't stop progress on a moving train of thought. Passing thoughts and moonbeams, sunrise surprises and ticking time bomb grenades. It goes like tick, 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 bloom. All right, that's one. Okay. Yeah, the usefulness of a cup. That comes from like a Zen parable that you can't really experience something if your cup is full. Like, how can you taste my tea if you haven't first emptied your cup? It's about experience. How do we feel that? Last one. I'm gonna go the kit route and the sensation of the cover poem. This one's kind of wild. I have no idea how it is going to come out. I hope you guys can enjoy it. It's called The Spill. This one's called Love in the Time of Zombies. They fell upon us softly, leaves rustling around landmines, a blade buried in wet soil. Starving for the essence of our love, they enveloped us. First, a few haunted homes in the outskirts of town, then into the proud city itself, then spreading like a spilled can of burgundy paint across the map, swallowing. Appetites attached to talons, blue-white fangs in children's mouths, wine always escapes its cup one way or another. We should have seen it coming. But when they appeared, pale, and shrieking on the horizon, the might of 10,000 years of cups and dishes and goblets shattered, and the spill drowned every dream ever dreamt. But you, I found you, treading water regardless, as invincible as the canned food and 2x4s. I found you exploding, brimstone on your lips, tattooed with a fury as warm as the sun used to be. I found you beautiful, shaved head, Kevlar, bare hands. You cut them down, you broke them, you found knives between your knuckles and war clubs inside your leg bones. I still remember how the ghost of a smile flickered across your eyes when you leaned in close to me and whispered, "Take the shotgun. I want the fireman's axe. I want to feel it. I want to feel them beneath it." I knew then that I wanted to be with you for whatever forever had left. Knew what we were to share, an ancient love, a love bonded with flint and bone, that our skulls now carried with them a shining new darkness, twin oblivion monogrammed, his and hers. Our first date, fireballing through hordes of the undead, dull silver eyes and ragged hands reaching, screams bisected, every gunshot a climax, every swing of the axe a bedroom's liquid whisper. In the blackness, I smelled your humanity and aimed in the opposite direction. Love, warm and grasping, splashed against the walls. Love splashed onto our bodies. Love splashing inside of us defiantly. And I found you in the smoking chaos. Our shoulder blades kissed. There may come a day when the sun bursts from a spider's belly to smile upon this world again. There may come a day when love can be represented by poetry and romantic comedies and candlelight dinners again, when it can be held soft and round in the palm of a child's hand. But it is not on us to build this world. It is not on us to survive this one. Ours is not a love sprouted from redemption, hope, or even longing, but it is a song. Sing it under your breath. Sharpen it every morning. If you should fall, I swear I'll come for you. 2 barrels erupting as one, an aluminum baseball bat strapped to my back, a pocket full of hand grenades, singing, pins already pulled. All right, that was very experimental. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy or too wild.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. That rule.
Okay, actually I need to switch headphones because I can't hear you guys at all. Give me a second. All right, I didn't mean to scare anybody.
I think it would be that much more on point when it was live, when you did it live.
Oh yeah, it was so fun to perform live because nobody knew what was coming. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make wild, crazy sounds, and I was very minimal, but
You have like a YouTube footage of the live?
No, that would have been cool. We should have.
We don't.
Yeah, you should make it. You should make it. Halloween's coming up.
That's true.
That's perfect. Yeah. I just love the concept of going to an open mic of poetry reading and then like doing this like crazy snarling and growling and then just kind of stopping it. This is love in the time of zombies. It was a cool apocalyptic poem, and maybe it's a little too true right now with everything that's going on. You know, like anyway. Hopefully that was enough of a stalling. I don't know. Dan, did I stall enough for you?
Zombie love.
Zombie love. Zombie love.
Not enough. Damn it. Sorry, I got pulled out. I got pulled out. And
okay.
I'm sorry, I had to work earlier, and then when I got home, I got right to it. I just finished up the birthday poem. I'm almost finished with the poetry to Chris.
Okay. Yeah. You
Sorry.
can also read what's not done next week, you know.
No, next week. No, next week will be too late. I had to get a head start.
It will be too late. She won't appreciate it.
No, she won't appreciate that.
No, I'm gonna text her right now and ask for permission.
No.
I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her and ask, Chrissy, is it okay if Dan
I'm
presents
not.
your birthday poem after?
How long? You don't know how long it takes to. You don't know how long it takes to create the birthday tributes. And
That's true. I don't.
Yeah, we're not writers. We don't know.
Man, I'm this close to calling and putting her on speakerphone.
Can you at least give me at least 15 to 20 minutes?
Dan, we gotta end the show.
15 minutes remaining.
15 minutes. This is interesting.
Everybody can everybody want to go in? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Katrina McLeod. I don't know. Hold on. I'm looking. Katrina, I don't know if I got you on the chat. You joined. I don't know if you're just listening or if you want to perform.
Katrina, can you hold it?
Dan, I got this. Dan, I got this.
Thank you.
Hi. No, I was just listening. I know Phil. I know Lorraine.
Okay.
I was here to support Lorraine on her first gig. I was hoping to hear Dan, but I actually have to go to sleep. I got to work the census in the morning. So you guys, I enjoyed myself though. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you for the support. It really means a lot. Thank you.
Yes, I'll be back again, hopefully. All right. Take care. Thanks.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah. You see, Dan, you got to be ready.
If you really want me to hold it up,
Akshay, do it, man. Yes.
Give me like 30 seconds to go grab a book from my car. I'm just going to read the prose. If that's
See, that's fine. See, you don't even know. This was like a secret plan. Like I texted Dan today, like, Dan, today at the open mic, pretend to not be ready. That way so Akshay has to go. Okay? So he steps up and has his big moment.
all right. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Give me 10
Okay,
seconds.
I can stall for 10 seconds. Yeah, so I mean, thank you guys for tuning in and joining. It's, as you see, wildness, chaos, but when we can bring it together, something happens and it's cool. I like the product. So yeah. Oh my god. That's fun. Dan, I'm gonna call Chrissy right now and ask her. That would be too funny. Yeah, Chrissy's actually a really good friend of mine. Christina Gorola. She's one of the first, like, I don't know, singers that when I started doing the music scene like 10 years ago. Amazing voice, amazing singer-songwriter. Definitely encourage you guys to check out some of her stuff. She does have an EP out on Spotify. It's called
Don Medley.
Thanks, Dan for the assist. Yeah, it's Don Medley. But I kind of have some special like secret recordings of like just like jam sessions that are really special, that you won't find ever online, but she has. So yeah, I'm glad. Phil, thanks man for inviting people. I'm glad that kind of people are coming to tune in. I know we did have another EPCC student hanging out here earlier. Is she still here? Nah, she took off. It does get kind of late, and it's a Monday, so I don't blame people, especially like if you're on the East Coast. Like it is late. Now me, I have no idea what that word means because I'm a nocturnal sleepwalker, and I'm more active when it's dark outside. Cool. Let's see.
Are you saying that you take vitamin D supplements? Is that what you're saying?
I guess I could, huh? No, I don't. That's why I'm so fucked up. I don't know what that means. Yeah, there's plenty of time to sleep when we're dead, right, Phil? That's terrible. That is terrible advice. If you're a student right now watching this, I'm kidding. Dark humor, self-deprecation, it is a thing. Okay? I'm scared how sometimes the truth I'm scared how much of the truth is intertwined, but it's jokes. Okay, Akshay, that was like way more than 10 seconds. I'm starting to talk too much. Reveal too much. Okay. Yeah, there you are. So you went and you had to go find the right book. Right book, right segment. Yeah, you made it. So what do we got?
Okay, let me find the passage. It will take me a few seconds. I wasn't prepared for this.
Cool. What did you pick up there?
It's a It's called The Silent Patient.
Okay.
It's a book by it's a book by a Greek Cypriot author, which is certainly something I've never read earlier. But all right, it's a murder mystery.
Dig it. Yeah, one time in the days of bars, actually always kind of brings the book with them, and I remember one time we did like a live reading because it was such a weird passage, and
Yeah.
so the natural inclination was to hand me the book. I'm like, all right, I'll read it, and that was a fun experience.
Oh yeah, I wish I still had that book because that would be a fun passage to read.
All right.
I'm just gonna Google it. It's easier that way.
Okay, awesome. I just love how this is us just kind of stretching out time. Dan calls the shots. Let's see. Oh. Is that your music?
It's not me.
Oh, what? That's Ice. Are you playing some of your music?
Just a little, distraction, I guess.
Distraction. Hold on. Let's talk about this. You produce music, right?
Somewhat so.
We need a DJ.
Yeah, DJ Ice stepped in. It was so nice. We had to fill time right now.
Yeah.
Akshay goes and looks through his book. Take a look. What's the passage, man? Gotta find the right passage at the crossroads. Cause Dan ain't ready, man. Now he knows. Is this one of your beats?
No, it's
What
off
is
of
Pressure.
it's off of Launchpad.
Nice. Yeah. It's lo-fi beats to study an open mic to. Sweet. Yeah. Give me another Hey, Dominique, good luck on your midterm tomorrow, all right? Have a good night. Domo, thanks for sharing your song. Is that a sax that I hear?
Yeah.
That is one crunchy sax. Awesome. Some good background music. Did you find the passage?
Honestly, this is going to take me way too long to find out because I'm like 100 pages beyond the passage I wanted to read.
We should have a race. Who's gonna finish first? Finding the passage or Dad's poem, and we'll do like a bet on it.
I can kill like 60 seconds, maybe like 72 seconds.
Control F doesn't work.
Well, we'll find. Okay,
Physical book. I wish it did. In this moment.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like this is going to take me way too long. I'll have to figure out exactly what the passage is.
Yeah.
I'll
Awesome,
let Ice take the stage.
We should have it. Yeah. So, guys, take away, man. Do a quick little thing.
Okay. Now, I'm still stalling, right? So I should like kind of drag it a little bit. Okay. My heart is like a rose that is dried out. There are some mistakes you just cannot white out. But I guess there's only one way to find out. I have to tell you straight out what I'm about. Because I don't play these games where you have to guess what I'm up to. I guess that's my problem. I am true. Is this what I keep me in the blue? Being considerate and trying to imagine what you're going through? What kind of so-called love are they showing you? But you still calling them boo, which they are doing the same to you, except they are forgetting about you. And they spell it double OTY. Is that TMI? And who am I? I'm that one guy, that loser nice guy who jams out to your heartbeat. Maybe I should have kept my feelings for you more discreet, cause my heart now is starting to crack like concrete. You must know how levitate, cause I can never sweep you off of your feet. You are truly unique. What is it that you seek? I want to help you so you never feel weak. You can count on me any day of the week, cause I'm not that guy who always calls you half past 5. But I guess giving you the dopamine that makes you feel alive, but it's killing me. I don't think I could revive. Please open your eyes and realize that you don't need those users for you to survive. Please give me some, please get some sleep and stop waiting for those no shows to arrive. My life wick is burning quick, so listen, I'm running out of oxygen. So even if you're next to him, breathing heavy with your eyes closed, don't turn him into the candy that people love with their nose. And just so you know, before I go, before the curtains come down after my live show, I want to be the sacrifice to get these to work. I want to take all of your hurt, sadness, and problems with me to the dirt. Even though we never together, I hope everyone knows you were the water for this dried out rose.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect, man. Ice coming through just like you need it. That was oh so nice. Appreciate it, man. That was good. Yeah, yeah. So what's up?
Was it that enough time?
Oh man, it was great, you know, because that was the perfect way to end the show. Might as well just close it all up right now, you know what I'm saying? Like just stop, you know, we're done. Just like all right guys.
See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. If you forgot, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, hold on, wait. One more. I forgot we have one more performer. Hold on. Okay, Dan, that was you. Did you hear it? It was a toot. It was a toot into the universe.
One more time, please.
Ah, I threw away my flute. I lost it, man.
Never mind.
Toot.
Okay, never mind. Forget it. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Am I on the spotlight?
Do you want to be in the spotlight?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to be in the spotlight?
Yes.
Okay, here it comes. You ready? Okay, Dan the Man, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Put your hands together.
Thank you, everybody.
Show some love.
Thank you, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I do want to apologize for the long delay. It's a long story, and finally, I managed to obtain her favorite color, purple. Which okay. Well, has anybody heard of Chrissy Gorola, an amazing acoustic indie folk singer-songwriter right here in El Paso? She's also a dear friend of ours. She's also BWOMS regular and sometimes appeared at 306, but also a dear friend of as well. So, and I know her EP's Don Medley. I think you guys heard of that song, but that was an amazing song she's got there. And finally, I just finished up the poetry, and it's called The Poetry to Chrissy Gorola. My friend Chrissy, shorter for Christina, with her mystical tone in her euphoria zone. A beautiful singer-songwriter with a spiritual voice that holds beauty and art with a choice of viewing vista of stance. That she took part and got a chance took me to a trance that jumpstarts her genre and acoustic folk and indie by heart. from from Deseo to Gaviota and Hombre del Papel, that's Wish, Seagull, and the Paper Man. Kind of reminds me of a painting I see, wishing to see a painting of a seagull flying with wishing to see a painting of a seagull flying with the paper man, and the paint, yeah, and highlighting a mix of a desert and beach connotation so bold and it's not so cold, like Sting mixing his song and art as we walk the fields of gold. Anybody heard that song from Sting? Like we walk the fields of gold. Okay. Knowing her handwriting, merging her genre and nostalgia with sceneries and transcendence of her heart of the songwriting, meaning walking through the enchantment of landscaping and with affection and escaping the attention of the sentimental experience. Yeah, hoping to say that will be the day of, but hoping to save the day and hoping to have a brand new day. Like Sting song, it started with a brand new day. Yeah. That's how her songs from Dawn Medley expresses the lullaby of feelings, and indigo goes through images and feelings like but when and how and now and then. Like from two songs, one from Robbie Robertson, What About Now, to the song from Shania Twain, When. Yeah. And according to the lyrical verse songs from no, exactly. Lyrical verse song by Mozambique by Bob Dylan, and I quote, lying next to her by the ocean, reaching out and touching her hand, whispering your secret emotions, magic in a magical land, end quote. Okay. And The Astrologer's Song by Rudyard Kipling, and I quote, all matter, all spirit, all fashion, all frame, receive and inherit their strength from the same, end quote. Okay. Chrissy, my dear friend, your celestial performance of your acoustic standards has the lullaby of remedy and spirit, mixing your voice of art, music, spirit, and emotions. Your heart and work is already in motion, and never limit your devotion. Keep up what you do best as on your singing songwriter, expressing the painting of images and feeling. It's like looking to the sunset. Yeah, heading west. You heading west, like going to Arizona, or There Is No Arizona from Jamie O'Neill, to the beaches of California, seeing the spirits of angels, and like you go into like you sing in the painting, like from Jody DeMessina, Heads Carolina, Tails California. And speaking of angels, according to Martina McBride, Wild Angels. See you later, Chrissy, shorter for Christina, her mystical tone and her euphoria zone. End quote. Hope all is well. All right, what do you guys think? Richie?
I was just deep in thought listening to your stuff, man. I was giving you a thumbs up. You couldn't see me.
I need to follow Christina on YouTube or IG.
Mm-hmm.
I shared some links. Check them out.
All right. And finally, the birthday poem on Facebook I did. It's called Christina Valia. Well, in parentheses, Christy. Okay. Christina Chrissy Valia. She is the Libra of the cardinal, the sapphire meaning devotion, filled with life and symbol of love, linking to the element air and the water lily of the Nymphorecaceae. It's because her birthday is on the 29th day of the ninth month in the year 1983. Born and raised in El Paso, from a thriving scholar as El Paso High School, class of 2002, to UTEP graduate, class of 2019, to her successful rise to fame as a indie acoustic folk singer-songwriter. She embodies a woman full of drive for success. Her favorite color, purple, resembles from purple resembles from the medal awarded to a soldier and a veteran who served their countries, like Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and called Purple Heart, to two gemstones, purple sapphire and amethyst. This color reminds me of two songs. The song you're familiar with from Purple Rain. Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Yeah. To Purple Haze by Annie DeFranco. She symbolizes beauty, empathy, mysterious, independence, creativity, enlightenment, nostalgia, strength of mind, prudence, compassion, sensitivity, imaginative, keepsake, tranquility, elasticity, complexity, portrait, faith, friendship, and family. Chrissy, my dear friend, here's to another year of experience. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Till we meet again, keep up what you do best as a singer-songwriter so we can hear your voice and strings of the guitar medley to the note and beauty. Hope all's well. Okay, end quote. How was it?
Hey man, I think Purple Haze is Jimi Hendrix. I mean, we're all pretty sure it is.
Oh shoot. It's by Annie DeHand. I don't think it's not Purple Haze. It's oh shoot. I know it's Annie DeFranco. I know it's Annie DeFranco. Purple. Damn. Okay, hold on. You know, hold on.
We got live fact checking for you. We're like, we got you covered.
Okay, it's Annie DeFranco. Okay, purple something. Pale purple. Okay, sorry, it's pale purple. My bad. It's not Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. It's pale purple. My bad. Okay. Okay. Well, how is it? The disrespect. What?
It's
Wait.
Hey, Purple Haze, man, Jimi Hendrix. Come on.
I'm sorry. I was going with Annie DeFranco, Pale Purple, but yeah, I got the song title wrong. So
she just texted me. She can't believe it, man. You messed up.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, well, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. The poetry to Chrissy and the birthday poem for Chrissy. All right, so don't forget next Tuesday, my 23rd birthday tribute to Chrissy Garola. Please do not miss it. Okay. All right, Richie, I'm gonna switch my phone to Zoom. Go ahead and end the night. And all right, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube, and like my page on Facebook. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Richie.
I'm glad you gave me the permission to end the show, man. I was just gonna hang out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll see you at the after party.
Yes, the famous after party.
And you know what? I need to do.
Maybe. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Cool. Hey, man, what a chaotic end of the night. That was interesting. But it's also the beauty of live anything. You don't know how it's gonna go down, and you can just help it go as smoothly as you can. That's where we're at right now. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in on YouTube. Shout out to everyone who was in the live chat. There were some peeps I didn't give a chance to show some love to. Oh, Ice is like DJing. All right, we got the DJ experience. I dig it.
Thank you, Richie.
Give it a little something to flow over. But
end it with.
Right on, man. Right on. I hope we don't get copyright stricken.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay. Cool. All right. So for the stay-at-home open mic, hey, if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to push like. And if you want to be kept up with future shows, just push subscribe. The little bell notification will let you know when we go live every Monday. If you want to perform a read, do it. You know, I believe in you. We believe in you. Come be part of this. Do our best to be a supportive group. Follow on online Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. Much love. Peace to you guys for the live stream. If you guys want to unmute and just say bye, give your goodbyes. Good old peace.
Adios, everybody.
Later.
Hell was that. Okay.
Orale. There you go. There you go. For the BWOMS, I'm Rich. Peace, guys. And I'm not going to end the show like I have done before. I'm just going to stop the live stream. You guys are beautiful people.